Hello. There's been, it feels like an influx of just kind of crappy energy, low vibrational, whatever it is that I kind of felt coming in yesterday, like halfway through the day, and today has been kind of crappy, not for any specific reason, it's just the vibe. And I know that my personal planets, like my astrology right now, is just not looking good for myself. So it could just be me, but I know that a lot of people are grieving, especially, and like going through some difficulties. It's been the past couple weeks, really, but today just feels kind of crummy, and I figured I would look into it to get more insight. So we got three piles here. First pile is going to be represented by the aqua quartz. So that's pile one. Pile two is going to be the clear quartz. So there you go, pile two. And pile three is going to be the amethyst. So yeah, timestamps for each of these are going to be in the description box. And let's get started with pile one, the aqua quartz. So if you picked this one, here's your reading. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the moon. This is pretty much explaining kind of the feeling I was having. It's just real groggy and elusive, and you just don't know. This is like, when I get this card for myself in readings, it's very much like, yeah, you're not going to know what's going on, or it's just shrouded in mystery, and it's uncomfortable sometimes. Like, the moon isn't always negative, but it's just like, right now, for you, if you picked this pile, just confusion and illusion and not knowing what's going on. We have a really nice card here too, the cosmic egg, which is all about completion and unity, spiritual groundedness. So that's good. I will see kind of how this fits in with the rest of this as I go on. We have the Nine of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords is a very stressful card, and sometimes reversed it can be even more stressful. So this is definitely, again, another thing that's confirming how I've been feeling. By the way, this card's been coming up in multiple decks, in multiple readings, so regularly right now. Yesterday, I think this came out in 2 different readings, at least 2, maybe 3. So, and sometimes it's upright, sometimes it's upside down, but yeah, stress, 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 stress. 8 of Coins, upside down. 8 of Coins has to do with a craft, working hard, learning something. And I can tell you, this energy does make you feel like not doing things. That's kind of why I'm glad I'm here doing this, is like the energy today kind of makes you feel like, not interested in the things you'd normally be interested in. So, and also the other thing that's good is rest. I got a card for resting that I get a lot. I get the Four of Swords a lot, because they're just like, take a break, don't burn out, don't burn out. So this could mean you are burned out. There has been a burnout energy happening lately, especially with the Nine of Swords. You might not be sleeping well, so that could be a thing. I'm looking at the cosmic egg now and thinking, like, you know, when I feel the way I've been feeling now, I get a lot of like physical symptoms from anxiety, because that's what'll happen to me. Even if my mind doesn't feeling anxious, I feel it in my body. And sometimes for me, I mean, there's part of it that when I'll feel this way, it means I'm getting very bad news. And I already had that happen, and I was feeling worse then too, recently. And then I did get really bad news when I was feeling bad. But now it feels more like, I mean, some of it is still that, but it also we can feel this way sometimes when we're processing a big spiritual shift. Like, I feel this feeling in myself, like, that's kind of shaky, like if an electric current was going through you, but not in like a real way, like where it would hurt. This is like, you just feel like you're channeling, and you might feel drained, and like when you're really stressed out, and it's just like using up all your energy and all of your reserves, physical reserves. So I'm hoping that this is, for this pile, you're feeling this spiritual shift, and you just gotta do, again, it doesn't always work perfectly. I'm trying to do this myself, but Certain stones will keep you grounded. Hematite is good, fluorite is good, even just quartz can be good. Any sort of stones. If not, you can do cold water on your feet actually can pull you back down into your body. There's different breathing exercises for anxiety. Sometimes holding ice cubes, doing cold things, even like if you're panic attacking and you put your head in cold water, that can shock your body into kind of switching off that anxiety response. So I think that's the best thing to do, is treat this like anxiety and then also ground yourself, because you might be just channeling a lot of spiritual energy. We have Gyo the slow, and slow down. I feel like that's easier said than done. But this guy wants you to be slow and be happy with being slow. Again, it's a nice idea, Gyo the slow. I mean, it's hard to get to that headspace even if you're trying really hard right now with this energy. I'm going to look up and see what other details are in the book about that one, but I just feel like that's easier said than done. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it'd be great to slow down. But sometimes you even slow yourself down physically, but you don't feel slow because your body is feeling really hyped up. Waiting, patience, cycles of time. Sit down, sit back in your chair and think. Why are you going so fast? What kind of stress is being created in your life by hurrying? You're involved in a long process that can't be hurried. When I think of that, that's like this spiritual progress. And unfortunately, sometimes it feels not good. Yeah, being relaxed and patient. So I guess whatever tools you have for anxiety, use them. It's hard to fight this sometimes. Sometimes I just, I'll do every possible thing. I'll do yoga, I'll do meditation, breathing, you know, what, whatever calms you down. Just try to do those things. And we might just have to ride this out a little bit. But again, like breathing, uh, you know, meditation can help. It's hard to get into a meditative state sometimes when you're freaking out. But I think, again, cold things is where I go sometimes. Holding ice cubes, like doing box breathing, anything that are tools for anxiety or for grounding. If you want to be weird about it, use crystals. But yeah, pile one, I think that maybe you might be in a place where you are channeling some spiritual energy and it's uncomfortable. So yeah, do what you can to deal with anxiety and get grounded. But hopefully that was some sort of insight that'll help you. And like I always say, like, share, subscribe. I do other readings on my Facebook. I have an Instagram, and I do live readings there. I have a PayPal. I have astrology that I do every week too. So yeah, check me out on all those platforms, and thanks for watching. Gonna move on to pile number 2 with the clear quartz. Let's see what spirit messages, possible healing messages are here for you today. We're getting some repeat cards from recent readings. It's very interesting. I feel like the energy's been so consistent. I'm always amazed at how consistent the energies are when I do readings within kind of the same time period. I'm always impressed by that. In fact, I picked a card the other day that I had never seen before in a deck I time, which was so bizarre because it's like, how many times have I used this deck? How many readings have I done? I've never picked this card before, and that just shows how many repeat cards I get. And going into that, we have the Lion. This came up recently. This is a really nice card. This is about self-mastery. So whatever difficulties you're going through now, there is this here that you've done a lot of work on yourself. So you should feel good about that. Even if you're not feeling good today, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You made a ton of progress. And yeah, try to feel good about the good things that you've done and worked on. We have the Lovers upside down. This came up in the same deck recently for another reading, like yesterday. So I don't know if there's a relationship that's not working out that you're upset about and it's stressing you out, But that's what I feel from this. I mean, sometimes the lovers can also mean a choice. That's a lot of the time what people will attribute this to, and it can be love and a choice. It can be a choice about a relationship. So however that resonates with you, a choice was made that was difficult or didn't go well, or I think it was the right choice, honestly. If this was about a choice, it just wasn't a fun choice to make. Because with the lion here, you are doing so well with this self-mastery. And the way the lion was like this. There was this card like this and then the lion. So some choice you made helped you with this self-mastery. And it could be having to do with the relationship. Speaking of relationship, we have the Mother of Cups here. That's the Queen of Cups. And we actually have, upside down, the King of Cups. That's a match. So yeah, I wasn't paying attention even to that till just now. But then we have the Mother of Cups, or I mean, the Mother of Cups is the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. That looks like maybe a relationship that didn't work out, especially with this King of Cups upside down. Either that could mean you're the Queen of Cups and you let go of the King of Cups, or vice versa. Especially because, I'll say this, gender doesn't matter based on cards, even if it's king, queen, whatever. I'll give you zodiac signs, which again, it doesn't have to be this particular zodiac sign, but there are qualities associated with those signs that can help. So when you have the Queen of Cups, the Mother of Cups, that is Cancer. When you have the King of Cups, you have Scorpio. So it could be a Cancer and a Scorpio, or someone with those qualities. Cancers are very nurturing. It's kind of like a motherly energy, very emotionally stable and also emotionally open. Scorpios are going to be very deeply emotional, but not forthcoming with it. They're going to control their emotions and maybe not tell you how they feel very much. So just for an idea of what those signs are like, see which one seems like you. The last one we have is the Topsy-Turvets, which is usually kind of a nice playful card. And I'm trying to think the details, what they are of this. Oh, sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, and that might happen. This always happens when I make videos, I'm always sneezing. There's probably a lesson in that for some reason, I don't know. There we go! Okay. So I think this has to do with seeing things from a different perspective. And when I think about that, the Lovers is upside down, the King of Cups is upside down. So maybe you're the King of Cups and you're upside down, kind of like the Hangman card, so you can see things from a different perspective. Or seeing things from a different perspective already happened, and you made a difficult choice, possibly regarding a relationship, and gained self-mastery in the process. So let me look at the Topsy-Turvets. And we're talking about this difficult energy right now. And I feel like this was a source of difficulty. I feel like you did the right thing regarding this, but it just hasn't been easy, and you're feeling maybe the aftermath of that now. Because with this Lion card here, you have so much mastery. I wonder if it's the same person I picked the Lion for recently when I did one of these. I can't remember what reading it was, though. Interesting. Change of viewpoint, fresh looks, new way of seeing. Yeah, so this is like change in perspective. Things need to be looked at from another angle. We need to get off from our emotional entanglement, look anew. And with the cups here, with King of Cups, Queen of Cups, that's a lot of emotion. So to have, these emotional cards, and then have the Lovers upside down. I feel like this has got to be relationship related. Defensiveness and denial may be causing much difficulty, so that might be some of this low energy you're feeling. Try imagining that you're looking at the situation from the point of view of others involved. That's always a good thing. Other people might be wrong still, but it's good to at least see what their point of view is and understand it better. This is not an exercise in deciding how the other ought to see things, but in discovering how they really do. Words like, he ought to see that, ... are not helpful at this time. If the Turvets card turns up and another point of view does not really readily suggest itself, it may be useful to draw another card. Oh, yeah, okay. Blah, blah, blah. They're saying, draw more cards, whatever, which we did anyway. So seeing things from a different point of view, seeing things from the other person's point of view. I feel like that happened and you made a choice and it's just been not fun, and so you're not feeling that good. But I think that your advice is you did the right thing. So again, we all have to ride out this energy right now that doesn't feel great, but you made the right choice, whatever it is you did. And sending you healing and good energy, because this is never fun stuff. It's difficult. The way I'm feeling today, if this is how people are feeling besides me, it's just like, ugh. Ugh. Can't wait for it to clear soon. I was looking at my own, I have an app that does astrology, and it was just like, everything's bad. Like, there was all these categories for things, and like, for me, it was like, everything's bad right now. So, I mean, at least that was some confirmation, which I hope I can give to you watching this. So, like, share, subscribe, check out my Facebook, I do other readings there, check out my Instagram, I do other readings there. And I do live readings where I'll read your cards for free if you show up when I do it, so check that out. Links are in my description box below. So, moving on to pile 3, which is the amethyst. We keep getting repeat cards. It's amazing. This is so consistent. And I'm not even asking the same questions, but it seems like the energies are similar. And the same fairies keep showing up, so they are around us right now. The same few. Luathus the Wild has been hanging out. And I get a kick out of this guy. I like him. He causes trouble, but, I mean, sometimes you have to cause trouble. Sometimes it's necessary. He's not right about everything all the time. I wonder if you can kind of see his face. Yeah. He's a very mischievous guy. But he's the guy that lights a fire under you to get you to do whatever you're thinking of doing. He is an instigator and a catalyst. But he's not always right, so you gotta, like, temper that with some sort of restraint, because he might urge you to do the wrong thing, so just pay attention. But speaking of fire, we have the Two of Wands here. That has to do with plans, so it's kind of, it goes really well with Luathus here, like, he wants you to do whatever this thing is that you're thinking of doing or that you're starting to do. You're planning on doing some new endeavor. Like, the Ace of Wands is like, oh, brand new thing, brand new idea, brand new action. And this is like how I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do. How I'm going to make that happen. How am I going to make that happen? Mixing up my words. But Luathus is encouraging. We have the Elk here reversed. It's an Earth card. I feel like this is a... I'm not going to say... hold on, let me look. I'm going to look up the Elk. I draw the Elk all the time, but not usually reversed. And reversed... I mean, upright, he is like a very grounded and paternal energy. Someone you can really lean on. So that is distorted. Yeah, stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. It's a father energy. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. Yeah, okay. Controlling, ego inflated. Yeah. I was feeling Taurus energy, which I wasn't going to say before, but this seems like the distorted Taurus type of earth energy. Someone who is really controlling and set in their ways and causing you problems. So either that's you and you're not doing your best right now and you're being really stubborn, or it's someone else. Yeah, there's this energy of fast-moving starting, and then there's this energy of, like, stubborn obstacle creating, so... I don't know. See what resonates. We also have the Four of Pentacles. See, this guy's trying hard to hold on to all these, or, like, balance on all these pentacles. I don't really know what he's doing here. He's, like, I don't know if he's trying to, like, guard his treasure or what. It's confusing, because there's a square of sticks and a squirrel there. I really don't know what's going on here. But this card usually has to do with holding on to whatever you have amassed. And so I feel like with the Elk upside down next to that, that might be you are holding on too hard and you are being too stubborn about something. And Luathus is there to try to, like, get you to go forward with whatever this plan is. Eight of Cups is upside down. This means you would have walked away from something, but you're not. So this speaks to holding on too. Maybe you're stuck, you're not moving forward. And this energy today feels really stuck, so I don't really know. You know, it's just, I feel like maybe the advice for you is the thing you're thinking about doing that you're holding on to not doing, and you're kind of, like, unsure, and just you don't really know if you should move forward. I think you should. I think Luathus being here is like a message that you're holding on too tightly and you have to move forward. And I feel like if you can't feel like moving forward today because of how the energy is, this is at least a message that, yeah, you are on the right track. And whatever you are not walking away from, you probably will or should or think about doing that. I think Luathis is giving you the right advice right now. He's been coming up upright too, and I know that still, even if he's upright, you're not necessarily supposed to take heed to this every time, but from this, I feel like you should. I feel like whatever you are planning is good and will release you from something that just been something you're holding on to too much that you don't really need to. I think you're gonna find what you need if you let go. You let go and move forward with your plans. So, yeah, that looks like your message number 3. Like, share, subscribe. I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram. Check them out. I do other readings there. I have a PayPal. If you like this, send me a donation. I do personal readings. Send me a message. And I hope that this was helpful in some way and resonated. So good luck to everybody.